You're a rookie. She was talking and
Sorry.
getting all Portuguese
No,
and press the
because
buttons and then,
the
you
thing
know.
came on the screen and I
So
was trying
this
to get
is
it off.
part 2 of the way back to Y&I.
So that's okay because the time started over, right? Yeah, see, the time started
All
over.
right.
Okay. So what I was saying was about Laura. So anyway, he's like, we don't keep secrets from each other. So he goes, why? Who are you talking to? Why are you hiding? And I said, I'm talking to somebody. Hold on, you know. And then I said, she wants to talk to you. And he's like, she? And I go, yeah, she wants to talk to you. And he goes, who's that? I said, just talk to her. Then he takes the phone and I don't know, what did she tell you first? She said, hey, something, something,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was something like rugged. Like she was
Yeah. And he's like,
going to punch my
who's
face.
this? And then she told him who she was.
Yeah.
So now, like, Laura and I are cool, and you know, and I love her to death. She's I mean, yeah, she's rough and tough, but she's a sweetheart. And so, and I even called her, you know, a time when I was like needed somebody to talk to and stuff. So and then the other cousin, Velma, it was funny because when he was in Halava, I was volunteering for this group called Baloha Giving Movement, and we did a lot of outreach and to the homeless and help the, you know, needy families and stuff like that. And so I met Velma at a workshop that we were running, and she was telling us about how she had some litigation stuff going on, and she said, I can do it, I just need somebody to guide me. And I looked at her and I said, you know what, I'm gonna talk to you after the I said, basically, I'm like, I know a guy that can do just that, so I'm gonna talk to you after the workshop. She said, okay. And so I exchanged information with her, you know, and I said, you know, right now he's in prison because of this. I said, but when he gets out, you know, I'm gonna have him help you. And she said, okay. So then I told him about it when he called that day, and he goes, all right, you know, and I didn't say the name or anything. I just said, there's this lady I met and this is her situation. He goes, yeah, when I get out, I you know, definitely I'll help her. So then he gets out and we're laying down. It was probably like a week after you got out or something. Yeah. We're laying down and I go, oh, yeah, I got to call that lady. And then I said, you want to talk to her now? And he goes, yeah. I said, okay, let me see. Velma. I'm looking through my phone. He goes, Velma. Oh, I got a cousin named Velma. And I go, oh yeah? He goes, yeah. And then he tells me something about her and I go, that sounds like Velma, right? And so I showed him a picture of her from Facebook or something, and he goes, that's my cousin. I was like, no way. And so I called her and I said, hey,
small world, bro.
Remember when I told you that I know a guy, you know, that my boyfriend at the time, you know, can help you when he comes out? She goes, yeah. Is he out? I said, yeah, he's out. Hold on. I'm going to have him talk to you. And of course he comes on the phone and he's like, what? You know, acting all.
You gotta know about me when I never talk to somebody long time, or I never hear from somebody long time, or I putting people in contact with each other who never hear from each other long time. Oh, I be making all kinds of trouble, bro.
Oh yeah, he tells people somebody owe you money and all kinds of stuff.
And they still getting all kinds of feelings over there.
So she was all confused.
Coming out from PVT.
Yeah, she was all confused. She goes, who's this? And he goes, what? You don't remember me? You don't know my voice? And he's making trouble to her. It was, bruh. It was such a, like, talk about small world, because she was like, wait, you're with my cousin? So now too, you know, I love Velma to death, and it's just hilarious.
Velma is the bomb, bro.
It's like, wow.
I gotta tell you, I guess some bomb ass cousins, bro. I don't have no problems with none of my cousins, because I just admire all of them. You know, because I never see them all. And then on Velma's side, I don't know them until after I came out of prison. But I know that while I was in prison, there was a family reunion that my mom, she's the bull on our side, and on their side, Auntie Frances is the bull on their side. And the picture is funny. When they took pictures, my mom and Auntie Frances was at the end when all the girl cousins all took picture, line up. The two bulls is right there. You know what I mean? Like that was just an amazing thing. But I remember they had a family reunion. And I was sad that I couldn't go to it. Family reunions are important, bro.
See, and I
Family
don't
is
have that.
important, people. Family is important. You have that.
I don't have family reunions. I don't
Yeah.
have family here. Only family reunions I have is like at funerals because I traveled to.
Yeah.
When I was 9, I
No, I'm saying
went to
family is
Japan.
important.
Yeah, but I'm not. See, I don't know. I'm kind of.
To me, family is everything, bro.
I don't really know any of my cousins on my dad's side.
The only thing,
You
the
know.
only thing I live with is when family use each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For stuff. You know, I always say, you know, there's two people that gonna bring you down the fastest: family and Christians. Family will always say, "No, you gotta give me this, cause we family." I'm like, motherfucker, I don't gotta give you shit. And then the other one is Christians. Christians will always say, Jesus said you're gonna give me this. And it's even more dangerous when it's family and they're Christian. They think everything is entitled. They're entitled to everything. You're not entitled to shit unless I wanna give it to you. Don't ever come over here asking me like you're demanding shit from me. But that shit not gonna work. And luckily for me, my family's not like that. They all take care of themselves. They all self-sufficient, and I love it. I love the way our family works because nobody tries to use anybody. And I want to take this time to honor my family.
Mm.
The mana ole kahi ona bloodline, solid. All right.
I really want to put that on the truck. I want your next license plate to be Manaole.
Yeah. I wonder if we can pay for an extra letter.
I think you can because I seen somebody
Yeah.
with the full
It
thing.
look
So.
kind of funny, like man ole.
Manole.
Man ole.
Man,
You know those people that call
somebody's gonna think
yeah,
it's Mano.
Yeah. People that call it from India or wherever they use it.
Yeah, man,
People that
speak to
answer the phone.
Monty, Manole.
Yeah.
No, but the funniest one is, okay, so he ordered Jamba, right? He
Oh.
ordered it online or on the
Yeah.
phone. He called in,
Yeah.
and the lady on the other side said, "Can I have a name?" And we were gonna drive and pick it up, and he goes, "Demont," and she said something like, you know,
Couldn't
Iman
understand.
or something, and he goes, "No, Demont,"
What you feel
D.
like
and so she kept mistaking the letter.
that?
And so he goes, no, D, you know, A, B, C, D, right? And so I went in to pick it up.
You know,
And-
D,
and I go-
you know, like A, B, C, D, D.
So I
You
go
know, D,
in
man.
and I go,
Yeah.
oh, picking up for a
Absidy.
phone order, right?
Yeah.
And then she goes, oh, for Absidy? And I said, huh? No, I said Demont. And she goes, Demont? And then she's looking, and I go, wait. All of a sudden, I heard the conversation in my head, and I go, wait, my husband called, and he said A, B, C, D. Is that the phone call you're referring to? She goes, yeah. And I go, oh my God. She literally wrote A, B, C, D and said his name was Absidy.
And then, you know, that's a name, right? A, B, C, D is Absidy. A, B, C, D, E
That was a
is also
fad.
Absidy.
Yeah, that was a fad for a while.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
named their kid Absidy.
Absidy.
They
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was cool. So
Well,
I come out and I look at him and I
figured,
go,
boy,
he goes, you got the drinks? I go, yes, I did. Absidy,
Absidy.
here's yours. He goes, what? And I go, look. And I showed him on the cup. You know, they write your name on the cup. He goes, what the hell is that? And I go, you know why? Because you told the lady on the phone, A, B, C, D. D, you know?
Hey, you know, that reminds me of the time we did a phone call and the thing says press 2.
Oh,
I press 2. You know what? Press 2. I press 2. About the third time I was like 2. No, it said
say two.
say 2. So I went 2. And what number are you referring? 2. What number? 2.
You did that
Okay,
probably
that
for
was
about
bad.
5 minutes
Yeah,
and then
then I
you're
got-
getting
I got-
frustrated. So I tried.
Fed up. I was like 2, god damn it, 2. So I ended up saving a number on the 2, the goddamn it 2.
It was effing two.
Yeah, FN2. That was my number. FN2. That was all.
I was cracking up. It's just, I'm like, but
But then
then
you in handle.
yeah, and then the first time I went through it,
Boom,
it
right
went
there.
He
Just
looks
like
at
that.
me and he goes, what the hell? And I go, I go, because I have a nicer voice than you, maybe.
I hate automation phone calls. So my wife
Me
got
too,
a
though.
solution. My wife has a solution. This is what she's gonna create. So if you guys ever wanna invest in my wife. She's gonna create the most awesome solution for that
Whatever
problem.
that's called, yeah.
Go ahead, babe. Tell
'Cause
them, wait.
You call somewhere and it says, here are menu options for la 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 la, press 1, da, 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 and it goes down to like 9, 10. Then you get to the end of all of that,
Either
and there's
they
no
hang
option
up
to
or
speak to a person,
nothing,
right?
yeah.
And I'm like, well, what the hell? So I got to go back and I got to listen to the menu again to see where I fit for what I want. And so every time I'm like, speak to human. You know? So when you call and I have this thing set up, I said the first thing you're gonna hear is, to speak to a human, press 1. And
That's
then
the
you
first
can go
option.
through all the other stuff.
Because
you
most
know?
likely you want to just speak to a real person.
Yep. And then I go through these
She's
things
gonna create
where
that. So if
where-
anybody's still idea, bro, come on, bro. You heard it here first.
that's
you know
right, my idea. But then you go through these other ones
Well,
where,
I-
oh, there's a guy
I-
in a ditch.
Huh?
There's a guy in a ditch.
By sewers.
He's
By sewers. Oh, look like camping all over there.
I don't know.
Man,
You know,
that
I
dog.
really do fall. I really do.
It's
feel
the west
bad for
side, bro.
these
You
people.
see anything. You don't need HBO
It's
on the
really
west side. You don't need HBO.
Oh yeah, just
Just
like,
drive up and down the coast and
or just stay home and listen
all
to your neighbors.
entertainment. Yeah, all the entertainment you ever need.
We do that often, where we just take popcorn and go to the window. and it's funny because we had neighbors like,
Hey, we gotta
Couples.
organize. Take your stuff inside. We gotta take the cold stuff inside here and put them in
See?
the refrigerator
See?
first.
yeah, we do. Most of the cold stuff's in the cooler, right?
Yeah, but the ones inside here, because I think I gotta go straight to the icebox.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, well, I was talking about our neighbors. So we
Yeah.
had like pairs, couples, different couples that live next door to us, and they would always fight. And it's hilarious because every time they would fight, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Fine. Bye. Go. Don't come back. I'm not coming back. Ever. 10 minutes later.
Next time. No, they're always
They're
talking about the next time.
No, they always say it's the last time.
The
Though.
last time.
The
But it's the last time after the next
They
time.
say I'm done. I'm done. I'm not coming back. And then the
It's the
next,
next time
couple
after
hours
the
later
last
or
time.
the next day, I'm like, babe, guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
he's
Shorty's back.
like, huh? No. Last time they said they take all their stuff too. They pack it in
Yep.
their car and they leave. And I'm just like, oh my goodness.
They'll be back.
Or you get the neighbors that
That's the kind of codependency.
yeah. Or you get the neighbors that fight, and then the one that instigates the fight,
Yeah.
when the cops are called,
Oh,
they act like they're the innocent
Yep,
one.
The innocent. Yeah. So innocent.
Yeah. And we're just up at the, in our room watching it, and we're just going, yeah, okay, whatever,
And to him, the voice come out all rugged. Rah, 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 rah. The cops come. Oh, officer, I don't know what's going on. I was just sitting over here
Yeah.
watering the plants, and he just started going off. And I'm like, whoa, man, that dope, man. And of course, the cops, they're always going bite into the thing that the man was the aggressor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
But-
that too. We've had a couple neighbors where it's the woman
Yeah.
that's the aggressor.
Well, in West Side, you gotta have the kind of equal opportunity for arrest, because a lot of times outfitters, bro, they're just gonna punch your face. I mean, that's just being real, bro.
Just like that.
Yeah, one day was doing one thing when was bringing one of the senators to Nanakuli Homestead, and she came with a engineer. An engineer has never been on the west side, and he live on the east side, and I guess he just never traveled to the west side. So we went, and we was in the intersection, Haleakala and 3rd Road, and there was teenage girl and two teenage girls scrapping out in the street, and the mother of one of the girls was on one side and the mother and the other girl on the other side. Yeah, kick her ass, and they was like stand up striking, bro. Not that kind of pull here, scratch. No, they was throwing blows, and the mothers is egging them on, and the guy was like, "Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this before." And me and the senator, we looked at each other like, "Yeah, you see."
Welcome to the West Side.
Welcome to the West Side. Oh, here
I
he
think
is.
we should.
Here he is.
I think we should park.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that.
Yeah, because we got a lot of heavy stuff. It's
But yeah,
crazy.
anyway, we're home,
We're home
and honey, I'm home,
now.
and now
So
the
I'm
hard
gonna
work.
go upstairs and I'm gonna take a nap, and then
Bruh.
you can all the groceries, baby, handle that.
No,
Huh?
gotta open the door. Good thing we
Oh,
know.
I'll unlock the door for you.
Good thing our dog is not here.
Yeah. So I'll unlock the door and then I'll go lay
No,
down.
no, no. We're gonna crack ass right now. The faster we can do this, the faster we get it done.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. There he is.
Yeah,
Oh, he's back.
Shorty is back.
All right.
All
So
right,
I'm gonna
people.
upload these 2 videos. It takes forever to upload.
So try to keep them short.
Yeah, and I just it's such a hassle. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, or I don't know. But anyway, stay blessed, be a blessing the Mana Ole way. Peace. Love you.
Love, peace, happiness.
Oh.
Yeah, love, peace, happiness. We out of here.